Welcome back to Pallab Talks. Now in this video I shall discuss with you one of the tragic event that has happened in the Oman Sea, especially in the Gulf of Oman. And you guys know that around 3 sailors have been killed by US strike on an oil tanker, which the in one of the news that is being published in BBC. And why I have taken BBC? Because you know it is a left centered news channel and you get all kind of anti-India news. So it will be very legitimate to pick this news because obviously it will tend India on a negative side. So whatever they would say in this regard, we can take it as a legitimate source. Now, 3 Indian sailors, they have been killed. Now, what they are saying that suddenly they came under attack with 24 Indian crew on board, and out of them 21 has been rescued. So 3 people or 3 engineers have been killed. Now this has been posted by Indian shipping minister, that is Sarbananda Sonowal. He is from Assam, I guess, and 3 dead bodies would be brought soon. Now he has written, and I mean BBC have published some other text, but the things that we need to look into this matter carefully is that the aircraft in a post on X, the US Central Command said that one of its aircraft fired precision munitions into the engine room of the tanker after the crew repeatedly failed to follow their directions. This means that what they are trying to say is that US or the US forces, they have repeatedly warned that ship that please follow our directions, else we shall fire on you. So they have failed. Now this is US point of view. So they have failed and they have fired some precision missiles to destroy the engine room, and unfortunately those people might be there, so they got killed. So that is their point of view from US point. Now if you look into the other point, that is iOS Marine. Okay, now what they are saying, that they have denied accusations of warning calls. So there has been no warning calls from US forces, and what they are saying that to the best of our knowledge and the based on the information available to us, there was no warning call, no message or communications were successfully established with the vessels prior to any actions taken against it. So this means what the other party is saying, that there has been no communication that has been passed to the vessel, and ultimately they got killed. Now obviously we all know that the ship was a civilian vessel, and it has all the legitimate papers, and the operations on which it was present, the cargo it was transferring, mostly it was an oil tanker, so obviously there will be oil. And despite that, US forces, they fired some munitions and 3 marine engineers got killed. Now Ministry of External Affairs Randhir Jaiswal said that the Palau flagged Stabelo was struck and India lodged a strong protest with US. So this is what Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal, what he said. Now coming to Marco Rubio and the conversation that happened between Marco Rubio and Dr. S. Jaishankar. Okay, now Dr. S. Jaishankar, he clearly stated, he spoke to US Secretary of State Marco Rubio and lodged a strong diplomatic protest with the United States after a Navy strike on oil tanker in the Gulf of Oman that killed 3 Indian seafarers. 3 Indian seafarers means 3 Indian engineers. Now Dr. S. Jaishankar, he also wrote on platform X that he spoke to US Secretary of State Marco Rubio in this evening, and I reiterated India's strong protest by at the attacks by the US Navy in the Gulf that killed 3 Indian mariners. Such lethal actions against commercial ships are not justified. So, and also there some summons that has been released on Friday. US charges CDA John Meeks, he was summoned to the external affairs, that is inside India, probably in Delhi, and there also Indian government have lodged a strong protest against the actions that was being taken on commercial vessel. So obviously they said that this event was a tragic event, and there has been some diplomatic words between India and US, and probably this event will not go unnoticed. There will be some repercussions from Indian side, so they will take some actions, but we need to wait for the time. So this is one of the event that has happened. Now go back to West Bengal. What has happened over there? Now in West Bengal, there are a lot of tectonic shifts that are happening inside TMC. Around 64 MLS, they have decided to leave uh, the leadership of Mamata Banerjee. Basically, they don't want to stay with her anymore. Now, this whole story started just after election when TMC lost, when Mamata Banerjee requested the other members to stand up and give an ovation, the standing ovation to Abhishek Banerjee, that was Mamata's nephew, and that event hurt ego of many MLAs who won the election, despite despite that much of corruption charges which TMC had. Some of the MLAs, they managed to win. Now those MLAs, obviously they are senior to, majority of them they are senior to Abhishek Banerjee, and first of all, Abhishek Banerjee is an MP. He doesn't have any local power or local authorized power to stand and to get an ovation from the senior leaders of TMC. Now that was a triggering point. From that point onwards, this whole story had started, and gradually the whole number went to 64. Earlier it was 60. Now another 4 has joined, and so some of the close loyalists of Mamata Banerjee, they have also left TMC, like Sayoni Ghosh and Mohua Moitra. She hasn't declared officially, but she has left India. Now she is staying in London. Kalyan Banerjee, he yesterday or day before yesterday, he spoke about that either I will stay or the nephew means Abhishek Banerjee, or he will stay. So if you sum up the whole story, when the power leaves that specific party, because this was not a party, these were one set of goons. They came together, and their whole agenda earlier in the year 2011 or before, their whole agenda was to defeat CPM. When CPM left, now they were agendaless. They did not have any policy. Now what policy they had is that to loot one state, that is West Bengal. Now what triggered is that Mamata Banerjee, she became CM by the help of BJP. Now every time she took, I mean, you can say she is an opportunist. Now once she came to power, she gradually sidelined the people who made TMC, like Subhendu Adhikari, his father, then Mukul Roy. These people, they were the building blocks of TMC, and during the starting phase they helped her a lot. But she has her own ideas in her mind. She wanted to make her nephew as the next CM, and she would create one greater Bangladesh or West Bengal to be a separate nation. From that was her central idea. That's why you would see one by one she changed the logo, that the logo of Biswa Bangla, that got changed. Means the Asasthambo, that was the Asoka symbol, that was replaced by Biswa Bongo. Now just after that, she published notices to the schools that you can't sing Bande Mataram, and there were Urdus everywhere. Her ministers, they used to say that Kolkata is a mini Pakistan. Now you will see all sort of events. They are directly or indirectly going to a direction where they are trying to say that West Bengal is going to become another Islamic state. that may be an independent state, or that may be a separate, or that may merge to Bangladesh. So that's why when she lost the election, Islamists from Bangladesh, they were very much furious that if she wants, then we will go and we will fight against India. And there are many Muslims inside West Bengal, so that we would come together, and we would create another independent country. So ultimately, that was her own agenda, which she did not spoke about openly, but her actions were indicating that she was going towards an independent state. See, independent state means not state. Independent state means independent country. She want to just make an independent country. So that's why she, every time when ED or every time CBI would try to do some of their investigation work inside West Bengal, she would protest, and she would not allow them to work properly. So if you sum up everything, she was trying to make a separate country. But the thing is that the way she took, the path she took, that was very much violent and corrupt. I mean, why I know that state very closely, because in my childhood days I used to stay over there, and when she came to power, I was in MCA. Now this story has started in the year 2011, and in the year 2011 she took oath as a CM of West Bengal, and during that time all the Bengalis, all the nationalist Bengalis, we used to love him, including me. And we used to think that when she has a power to throw out CPM government, the communist government from West Bengal, where that CPM government used to rule West Bengal for last 36 years. So she had power to throw that kind of government. Now why that kind of government was very much dangerous? Because CPM had a term they used to call this Hardmat Bahini. Now Hardmat Bahini is, I will show you that Hardmat Bahini of CPM. I will just type that name. That is called hard. It is not typing, man. Just bear with me. Yes, Hardmat Bahini. Yeah. Okay. So Hardmat Bahini in English. Okay. So Hardmat Bahini is a private militia or armed party cadres. They would work for a specific party. Okay. Now this word Hardmat, this Mad word, that came from Portuguese word, that armada. Okay. Now CPM, I have seen when I used to stay in my village, that is in Mednipur. That year was around 2002. During that time, CPM was ruling that specific state, and I have seen people, they come in gang. They used to come in gang, and they used to show their force, the power, using firepower. Live weapons. I have seen AK-47 maybe hardly 4 to 5 feet away. A gang of people, they will come in bikes with red flags in their hand and with weapons in their other hand, and there will be group of 10 bikes. They will come and they will threaten that you should not come out to give vote, you should not speak anything against the party. So that kind of rule CPM has established in West Bengal. Now it was very difficult for any party, let it be for BJP, for Congress, that was very difficult for them to throw out this kind of government from any state. But Mamata Banerjee, she was furious. I mean, the things she has done good, we have to praise about her. During that time, we used to think that she is the last hope of West Bengal, where everything, the dynamics can change. Now when I say the dynamics, means the education policy, the industrial policy, every other thing can change under Mamata Banerjee. Now during that time, in the year 2011, in the year 2004, starting from that point when she left Congress and she started a new party called TMC, that is Trinamool Congress. Now Trinamool Congress basically means that three mools, means three rules: by the people, for the people, of the people. Okay, so that's why you will see TMC party's symbol is a flower that has 3 petals. So for the people, of the people, to the people. Okay. Now, we were fascinated the way she used to fight, the protests she used to give in the street, and many TMC, not only TMC, many of her supporters got killed. Now, gradually, when she overthrow the CPM government, um, we was we were very much excited about it. That the state, the state, it was completely bankrupt. Industrialization was not there. It was systematically destroyed by CPM. Now, when she came to power, we thought that everything will change, but drastically we came to know her real face. The first event which I could recall, if you guys have seen one of the interview, her name was Varatwaj, some lady. I will just take out her name. Varatwaj, Tania Varatwaj, probably. Tania Bharatwaj. Yes, Tania Bharatwaj. Yeah. Now, this girl, she was in one of the news conference that has happened around 14 years back, where Mamta Banerjee and Sagarika Ghosh, they were on the stage, and this girl, she spoke about some of the problems that she was facing in the state, in the college, most probably. Now, Mamta Banerjee, she suddenly, without giving her answers and without solving her problem, she directly said that you are a Maoist. So that was the first time when I got a shock that not only I, everyone who supported Mamata Banerjee, that instead of solving the problem, you are just tagging one lady that she is a Maoist. But her ask was genuine. You can check her question what she asked to Mamata Banerjee. That video would be there in the YouTube. Now gradually one after other event happened. She bought her nephew. She gradually started extorting money from using illegal ways inside West Bengal, and every time we see every year there would be one business summit and nothing would happen. Now everything accumulated in last 15 years, and there were a lot of murder, lot of rape cases that has happened. It was completely a horrible state. And gradually every section of the society, the people of every section of the society, they realized that this party is not going to help anymore. Now, one of the event that has happened that I could recall around 10 years back, around 10 years back, one reporter, they asked some of the young girls that do you want BJP in West Bengal? Now remember, this event is around 10 years back. This is 2026. I am saying about 2016. Those girls said that no, we don't want BJP in West Bengal, because if BJP comes in West Bengal, our culture would get destroyed. Now that was a kind of mindset people used to had for BJP. Now this was a brainwash that has happened to the local people for last 30 to 40 years, that BJP is bad. It is okay. BJP is bad. But the alternate, that was worse. CPM, they have killed hundreds of people, they have destroyed the industries, everything. Now, instead of CPM, you bought TMC. Now what TMC did, Mamata Banerjee fixed the cost of a rape is around 10 lakhs. Now, every section of the society, when I said that every section of the society got suffered, teachers, they lost their jobs. Young people, they did not have any source of job in that state. She used to say that you just make chop silpo. So you don't have job. The healthcare system was completely destroyed. So every section of the society, they got frustrated from Mamata Banerjee. Ultimately, she lost the election. Now, how she lost the election, that's a completely different video altogether. But now, when she lost the election, some people won from her own party, and she said that no, you need to give a standing ovation to Abhishek Banerjee, who did not contributed anything in that specific election. Now that changed everything. People got angry, and gradually people, the local MLAs, they started to resign. So this is what happening over there now. Now in one of my next video, I shall discuss with you that how they own election and what are the major events that has happened in the past, especially in West Bengal. So stay tuned in my channel and let's meet in the next video.